Welcome to The One Hit, where our very funny panel talks about all things cannabis.
Today's One Hit is courtesy of Cann. It is a cannabis-infused social tonic, and it's tasty. Cheers!
Cheers.
Thanks for forgetting to get me one, guys, but
No problem.
I appreciate you sharing.
All right, so today, my question for you guys, what is your earliest memory of weed?
The year was 1994.
Dookie was taking over the airwaves.
My dad took me to my first concert, which was Paul McCartney, and I was like, what is that crazy smell?
The cast party for The Tempest, they had it, and I was like, I still gotta face my mom tonight, so I'm not gonna do this.
There's a ski resort in my hometown of Mansfield, Ohio called Snow Trails. I'm not even sure if it was actually cold outside at the ski resort or if people were just exhaling weed smoke. And like they have a cafeteria that serves hot dogs wrapped in foil and like honestly pretty solid curly fries, where the line was always out the door. And I was always like, God, why is the line for food here always so long? And as an adult, now I realize it's because all of the adults and teens and everybody were fucking stoned.
Wow.
Mine was high school, and my friend her dad was a pastor. I can't remember, it was like some Christian denomination, and I was at her house one day, and she was like, I have weed. And I was probably in 10th grade, and I was like, wait, what? And I was like, can I hold it? And I held the weed, and then I was like, I can't, and I handed it back. So I was like, I can't. And I couldn't believe I had just held weed.
Rupert's losing it.
The licking.
The tongue right now.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, I was very overwhelmed to hold weed. Speaking of overwhelmed, my dog has an OCD licking problem in case that's on camera.
Nice.
It is really freaking me out.
My friend's neighbor across the street was older. He was like 5 or 6 years older than us. It was after summer school. We went over to his house. He was like, you little kids want to get high? I don't like saying it. He made a bong out of an Aquafina bottle and a Bic pen
Wow.
and tin foil. They're passing it around. I didn't know anything about weed or how to smoke or anything. So I see that they're putting their mouth to this thing and it's bubbling. I think that they're blowing in it to create bubbles.
Oh, wow.
And then lighting it and sucking it in.
Yeah.
Right, can you
So-
imagine too to be a young girl and be like, what's a blowjob, you know? 'Cause I thought I had to blow into it.
I didn't know what a blowjob was, and I had one.
Wow, this conversation,
penis,
different
not
show,
a-
different
I'm
show.
just saying, bong and blowjob, the
Yeah.
classic mistake.
I feel like a lot of our experiences are kind of young. So how were you guys taught about weed in school?
I'll take that. Not at all. You know, like,
Okay.
it was just, all drugs are bad, don't do them.
Yeah.
Keep your head in the sand, don't look over here, right?
I feel like drugs were kind of lumped all in. I never had any type of like, oh, this is specifically what weed will do to you. This is how weed will make you feel.
There was the commercials of like, this is your brain on drugs. And then I don't think this was taught in school, but it was very much like, oh, those kids not, hanging out by the trash can, those are the druggies.
The trash kids.
Yeah.
Dumpsters.
Our dare officer would this was 5th grade, so how old are you in 5th grade?
11.
Yeah, you're 11 years old, and this man in a policeman's uniform comes in, and he says, like, don't do drugs. If somebody offers you drugs, like, you gotta say no. Just say no, cold shoulder. And I'm like, are people my age doing drugs? Like,
Oh,
are we
yeah,
allowed to be
right?
doing drugs? Like, and then he closed every dare lesson with, okay, who wants to see me tase myself in the leg? He would like grab onto a desk and he'd tase himself in the leg and like collapse, and everybody would cheer. I didn't smoke weed until I was 30, so apparently it was effective.
That's
there
all
wow.
it takes is a stun gun.
And nothing about this man who clearly needed therapy. He's like trying to tase himself to feel something.
Yeah, like,
My dad actually was the dare officer. He
Right.
just didn't tase himself in the leg.
oh, that's not standard. That's not
That
standard.
that was not part of his spiel and presentation. But yeah, I feel like we were pretty well scared off drugs. Also, my dad would fucking kill me or my brother.
So here's a game. What would an honest dare officer say if dare officers were honest?
Can I go first?
Yeah.
Hey, man, not that big a deal. I mean, don't do it if you're gonna drive or pick up your kids, but otherwise, pretty cool.
Can I say my dad was the dare officer, and now he smokes pre-rolls and just gobbles down edibles all fucking day long.
Slams
So,
weed.
Okay.
Slams. My mom slams weed. My dad gobbles weed.
Nice.
She slams the cran.
This is-
Opposites
yeah.
attract.
Instead of just say no, I wish an honest dare officer would say like, just wait. Just wait.
Yeah.
Just wait. Like eventually you're gonna be old enough to be like actually depressed, and weed's gonna really, it's gonna really help.
Yeah.
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 I would have loved it if a dare officer said, listen, I've done a few drugs. I'm fine. Just use common sense.
If I were the dare officer, I'd be like, hey man, wait till you're an adult because your brain needs to develop still.
Yeah.
And you don't want to be stupider than you like. You know, you want to be at like your smart potential, right?
Yeah.
But then, you know, once you're an adult, like with other legal substances, you may try in moderation. Don't go nuts.
I am gonna point out you've been holding a can and a joint.
I didn't,
I mean, that is, can we get more badass than this? I like that you're like, yeah, don't go nuts as you have a can and a joint in your hand.
I didn't want to put it down.
Yeah. That's today's one hit.
With Bori and the Rods.
I like that.
I think you should. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Cheers, Roz.
Cheers. Cheers, Bori.